His eye area, though, has certain imperfections. Was the restoration of his hairline a sheer miracle? He's made millions both from football and from modelling. He's dated a string of beauties from Kim Kardashian to Irina Shayk. He spent hours gazing at his own reflection in the mirror and was, at one point, more concerned with being better looking than Lionel Messi than being a better footballer than him. And you will have to trace which of the statements I've just made are concrete facts and which are just sensationalist rumours, but could still be true. So yes, Cristiano Ronaldo is generally considered a great looking guy. When people first see him, they're very probably struck by his jaw in particular, square, masculine and handsome. Breaking Cristiano's face down into its thirds, his middle third is more or less average size, while his lower third is actually slightly longer than average, and his upper third, in contrast, is slightly shorter than average. But the width of Cristiano's jaw combined with his slightly short forehead and his average size mid-face makes his face overall look quite compact, and this is actually compounded by his having a rather wide neck. It's 88% of the width of his face. To many though, the rather compact look to Cristiano's face does not spoil his face in any significant way. Cristiano's jaw is 92% of the width of his face. Its bone structure affords it definition and sharpness. His gonial angle, which measures 115 degrees, makes his jawline neither too steep nor too shallow, but I personally again find it quite compact, but no less sexy. His ramus is quite long, but it's balanced out by his very gonial angle and by the sharpness and straightness of his jawline. A handsome jaw makes for a handsome face in both men and women. And if I were Johnny Depp, say, I'd be worried about the competition from Cristiano in this regard. In case you don't know, I'm Gina and I'm from London. Cristiano has an extremely attractive eye area, and it's my personal favourite part of his face, ahead even of his jaw and his mouth. His eye area, though, has certain imperfections. Cristiano's eyes are almond-shaped. They are one pupil apart from each other, which is the ideal spacing. The distance between his two pupils is 45% of the distance between his two cheekbones, that's the bizygomatic width. This is a normal measurement in men. His eyes are quite deep set, appearing further back from his nose than less deep set eyes, and to me that's a highly attractive element of his eyes. On the other hand, his eyes are actually slightly asymmetrical, his left eye sitting slightly lower than his right eye. Also, his upper eyelids are slightly hooded, while his lower eyelids are slightly droopy. But with so much beauty going on in the rest of his eye area and in his face as a whole, those two flaws just don't matter, at least not to me. Cristiano has got thick, dark eyebrows. They also have a positive tilt, which basically means that they have an upward slant, the outer corners sitting slightly higher than the inner corners. I love that look to Cristiano's eyebrows. Interestingly, Adriana Lima, Victoria's Secret's longest-serving model, has both positively tilted eyebrows and deep-set eyes.
Her eyes are deep-set and well-adjusted in the sockets.
Cristiano has a prominent brow ridge, which adds to the masculinity of his eye area and of his face as a whole. Now let's talk about Cristiano's mouth. It's well proportioned, sexy, and offers a stunning smile. His top lip measures 34 pci, not far from the ideal measurement of 32. His lower lip, which in line with beauty ideals is a lot bigger than his top lip, measures 26 pci, again not far from the ideal measurement of 29. On the point of the difference in size between Cristiano's two lips, you may already know that the million of a lip is basically the lip minus its border or ridge. Plastic surgeon Piotr Piotrowski reinforces that, like in the case of women, men whose top lip is a lot smaller than their bottom lip tend to be amongst the better looking men.
Among the most attractive Caucasian males, the upper vermilion height was found significantly smaller than the lower vermilion height.
The corners of Cristiano's mouth line up with the inner edges of his irises, which is ideal. The width of his mouth is 1.4 times the width of his nose, which again is very proportional and very attractive. Cristiano's teeth used to be yellow, crooked and crowded, and he had a missing tooth. As someone who's had a smile makeover of her own, I have a fair idea of what he suffered to get the gorgeous smile that he's got now.
So he wore braces and had gum correction, crown lengthening, whitening, implants and ceramic rehabilitation to have a symmetrical smile with uniform white teeth. Currently, he has a very beautiful smile.
Cristiano has virtually ideal nose width.
Ideal nose width for a man is no more than 197 PCI units. Ronaldo's value is 138 PCI units. It means that his nose is better than ideal. The smaller the value, the better it is.
Virtually ideal philtrum length.
As about philtrum length to mouth length ratio, it is 0.31 and the ideal value is 0.3.
And fully ideal nose length to philtrum length.
Nose length to philtrum length ratio is 3 and the ideal value is 3.
His nose has a straight bridge and is attractively angled. His nasofacial angle, to be exact, is 35 degrees, a measurement that's prevalent in models and actors. Cristiano has medium cheekbones which have more frontal projection than lateral projection. His cheekbones make a V shape with the base of his chin, which makes his lower face look particularly attractive when he's smiling. Cristiano has come a long way from being a thin, terrible looking guy, such as he once described himself. He works out, and that's separately to his football playing and training. He eats a high protein diet and, of course, gets his eyebrows groomed.
Eyebrows that give any woman a heart attack. Ronaldo clearly values his appearance down to the smallest details, as evidenced by the attention he pays to his eyebrows. His perfectly groomed eyebrows show that he jumps at the chance to visit a beauty salon much of the time to keep up his excellent appearance.
This video is from 2023. Cristiano was born in 1985. If he looks more like he was born in 1995, which I think he does as he has 0 wrinkles, then the answer to that may lie in Botox.
There is some Botox evidence as well. Just check Cristiano Ronaldo's cheeks and nose lines. There is no doubt that Ronaldo appears remarkably young for a man who has spent most of his life under extreme physical strain. The fact he has no wrinkles on his forehead, around his nose, or around his eyes is perhaps more astonishing than anything else.
Cristiano never engages with suggestions that he's had any actual surgical enhancements. I wonder though how the tip of his nose got smaller other than by nose tip plastic surgery. Likewise, was the restoration of his hairline, which was at one point receding, a sheer miracle?
Rumors about Ronaldo's hair transplant are widespread. It all started after the footballer appeared in Monaco in 2013, displaying a plainly receding hairline. 1 year later, in 2014, Ronaldo made a new public appearance, this time with a head full of hair. Since that time till now, his hair does not show any weak spots.
If you've enjoyed this video, I recommend you to watch this one next. I'll meet you there.